You bring up the affair and somehow you end up apologizing. You start the conversation betrayed and you leave the conversation feeling guilty. That's not communication. I want you to understand. That's gaslighting. And today I'm going to show you how to shut it down without yelling, without begging, without turning into somebody that you do not respect. However, real quick, I need you to do me a huge favor before we dive into the content, and that is to tap the like button below. Because when you tap the like button, you're helping this video reach that hurt husband. So do me that huge favor and tap the like button so that hurt husband can get the information that he needs to become a better version of himself. Now let's dive into the content. I am going to describe your last conversation with her. You worked up the courage to ask a simple question. Are you still talking to him? Why did you do this? Can we just talk about what happened? And her response wasn't truth. It was emotions, my friend. A sigh, an eye roll, a tone. Then, my friend, it becomes, why are you acting like this? You're paranoid. You're insecure. You're controlling. You always do this. Now you find yourself defending yourself instead of addressing the betrayal. You start explaining your feelings like you are on trial. You start saying stuff like, I'm not crazy. I'm not controlling. I'm just hurt. Then you apologize just to stop the tension. And later you sit there and begin thinking, how did I end up feeling wrong when I didn't even cheat? Brother, I want you to understand that is the fog, my friend. The fog. And you can't rebuild in confusion because confusion is not peace. Confusion is a trap. Let's define this in man language, my friend. Gaslighting is when someone tries to make you doubt your reality, what you saw, what you heard, what you know, so they don't have to face what they did. It's not the same as a disagreement, my friend. Understand, gaslighting isn't her having a different opinion. Gaslighting is her rewriting reality. And here's why it's so dangerous after infidelity. Because after betrayal, your mind is already on high alert. You already feel unstable, my friend. So if she can add confusion, my friend, she can keep you off balance. And a man who's off balance is easy to control. Understand this, my friend. Confusion is the weapon because a confused man is a control man. That's what I call the fog play. When she cheated, the truth creates a weight. Accountability, consequences, repair, standards, boundaries. That weight is heavy. So instead of carrying it, she tries to hand it over to you. She does that by creating fog, my friend. Because if you're in fog, you cannot demand truth. You can only argue. You can only defend yourself. You can only chase reassurance, my friend. And that means she stays comfortable while you stay unstable. That's not repair. That, my friend, is escape. Now, let me show you the pattern, my friend. The pattern that usually follows this, what I'm talking about with this fog. This pattern is so common, it has a name. Deny, attack, reverse. I'm going to say it in plain terms so you understand exactly what I am saying. Deny, that didn't happen. You're exaggerating. You're misreading it. Attack, my friend. You're insecure. You're crazy. You're controlling. Reverse. I did it because of you. You're the reason. You're the real problem. So the cheater becomes the victim and the betrayed man becomes the criminal. When she flicks victim and offender, she's not rebuilding trust. She's escaping judgment, my friend. And brother, right now, if your mind is on fire and you need clarity fast, click the link in the description and book a one-on-one call with me for your Man Unbreakable reset session, my friend. From somebody, you get a guidance from someone who have lived through this, my friend. Click the link in the description and book your Man Unbreakable reset session. Let me tell you why this is so serious, my friend. Gaslighting after infidelity doesn't just irritate you. It breaks 5 things inside of a man. Number 1, it breaks self-trust. You start doubting your instincts, my friend. And when you doubt your instincts, you start renting reality from her. Understand, you start asking permission to believe what you know. Number 2, it breaks your confidence. You start apologizing for existing. You stop standing tall in your own house, my friend. It breaks stability. Your nervous system stays on edge because you're not just dealing with betrayal. You're now dealing with confusion, and confusion is exhausting. It breaks leadership. You becomes reactive, my friend. You start chasing reassurance instead of setting standards. It breaks your standards, my friend. You start swallowing disrespect to keep peace, my friend. Peace built on lies is not peace. It's slow self-destruction. If you accept false blame, you don't save the relationship. You sacrifice the man. You sacrifice you. And I am not letting you sacrifice yourself, my friend. Let me give you what I call the truth test, my friend. This is how you know if you're dealing with repair or fall. Repair sounds like this. I did wrong. I hurt you. I understand why you don't trust me. Here's what I'm doing to repair. Gaslighting sounds like this. Get over it. You're paranoid. You're the problem. Why can't you just move on? You're ruining everything by bringing it up. Accountability sounds like ownership, my friend. Gaslighting sounds like blame. So if every conversation ends with you apologizing, that's not repair. That's fog, my friend. Your job isn't to win the argument. Your job is to protect truth. Stop debating reality. Stop defending your sanity. Stop explaining why you are hurt. You don't need permission to be betrayed. You don't need approval to require truth. Understand, because a man doesn't beg for truth. A man requires it. And I'll give you a metaphor that you will remember, my friend. Gaslighting is fog. Understand that. You don't fight fog with your fists. You fight fog with light. Truth, standards, boundaries, my friend. That's how men shut it down. When I found out about my wife cheating, the gaslighting had me thinking I was crazy. She told me that she did it because I spent a lot of time trying to make money, building the business. I didn't have time for her. I didn't want to go out. I didn't want to spend quality one-on-one time. He was available. He was there for her all these things, my friend. And in my mind, I thought that was truth. I thought I was the reason. So what did I do? My pursuit of wanting to build a business and make money, it took a huge back seat, my friend. And I say a huge back seat, I mean a huge back seat. Where making money and providing for my family was no longer a top priority because I thought that was the reason. So understand this. If you believe the gaslighting, it will restructure your thinking, my friend. It will restructure your thinking, and you allow it to restructure your thinking. It's going to take you down, my friend. Because it's like what I said in the video, the controlling aspect. And if she can control you, my friend, she does not have to face accountability, my friend. So yes, I thought that I was the reason. Me wanting to make money, me wanting to provide a better wanting to provide for my family was the reason why my wife stepped out on me. It was the gaslighting. And it wasn't until I started crying out to God when I realized that her cheating revealed her character. It does not define my value. Understand that, my friend. Your wife cheating is a reveal of her character. It does not define who you are. God is a God of truth, and it is the truth is what sets man free. And love does not require you to surrender reality. You can forgive and still require truth. You can be calm, my friend, and still have standards. Wisdom isn't loud. Wisdom is clear. So don't confuse being loving with being gullible. You can love her and still refuse fog. This is the exact way you shut it down in the very moment right now. With these 3 lines, my friend, I want you to write it down in your notepad right now. I'm not debating reality. First line right there. You cheated, that happened. I'll talk about repair, not blame. That's it, my friend. No long speeches, no yelling, no begging, my friend. If she tries to pull you back into the fall, you add 1 more line to that. We're done talking until we can speak in truth, my friend. Brother, this is not about winning. Understand that. This is about you protecting your mind, because you can't rebuild anything in fog, my friend. Truth is the doorway to repair. No truth, no rebuild. Brother, if this video just described you, do me a huge favor and tap the like button below for the man who keeps apologizing for being betrayed. Oh my gosh. That like pushes this video out to him. So do me that favor and tap the like button right now. Subscribe to the channel, Man Unbreakable, because you don't need one video. You need a brotherhood that keeps pulling you back to standards when your emotions are loud. Now leave a comment below, my friend. Just type in truth only. Truth only, because your comment, my friend, it shows another man that he is not alone. A wife affair will have a man thinking that he is in this by himself, which is one of the reasons why I created Man Unbreakable, because man, you are not alone. You have a brotherhood. This is what Man Unbreakable was created for. The brotherhood to help men like you become the best version of yourself. And you're ready to become the best version of yourself. If your mind is on fire, my friend, if you're watching this and you feel chaotic, my friend, can't sleep, can't focus, replaying the betrayal, stuck between anger and begging. You don't need another let's talk. You need clarity. You need structure. You need your next move. That's why I offer a Man Unbreakable reset session. It is a 60-minute one-on-one call with me, my friend, to bring you clarity. Everything that's spinning in your head, we will organize it, my friend. We'll calm you down. We will get clear on what's real, my friend, what's manipulation, what boundaries you must set, and what is your next move so you can stop spiraling and start rebuilding. No fluff, no therapy talk, just real guidance from a man who lived it. If that is what you need, tap the link in the description right now and book your Man Unbreakable reset session. Until then, I want you to keep showing up. Keep choosing you, because you are unbreakable. I will see you in the next video.